Good morning everyone and welcome to my stream. Thank you for joining me. So the family has popped out for 30 minutes, so I thought Saturday morning 10 o'clock, perfect time to do one or two pull requests. So my first pull request, I looked at my followers on GitHub and I picked one at random-ish, and I noticed you'll see Lynn on my big screen above. She does amazing open source work, talks at conferences and events, so it's really good. So I found one of her projects that you'll see on my screen here, her website, and I was thinking I can do a very small PR. I know that when I receive a PR, no matter how small, I'm really happy about it. So let's ignore that sound, it's the front door. So let me have a quick look and see what I can do. I'm just gonna improve the formatting on this file, nothing major, but at least it's a contribution and hopefully she'll appreciate it. So I want to add a new issue first to say I'm going to do it. So reformat index.html file, and I will say doing a live stream on Twitch, link to follow. Oh, I should put a link in now actually, shouldn't I? What's my link? It's something like https Twitch TV /edit and using your project as an example of contribution to open source by creating an issue and submitting a pull request. Okay, someone keep an eye on the time for me. About 10:20, I really got to stop. Family will be back and I'll be in trouble. So let me submit this. Okay, so we've got a ticket. That's my first contribution for today on GitHub on open source. So creating an issue does count as a contribution. So now let's actually fix the file and improve it. So if I fork the project to my account, it'll give me a copy of the repository. Now I want to clone the repository, clone my version of it, so my fork. So if I clone that, you might not have a password when you're cloning from GitHub. I do. It depends on your SSH keys. So now that I have got that, I'm going quite fast through this. So any questions, do just write. I've just messed up my other screen. Bear with me 1 second. So we've now got that. We've got a clone of the repo locally, and we're going to make that change. So if I open Atom. And it was the index file we wanted to adjust the formatting. So we've got inside the div, the image is indented correctly. However, this could go back, and this could probably go on the line before as well. It's probably a personal preference, but these two could also go back. Could also have it that this goes on the same line. I don't know if that reads easier or more difficult. What do you think? I will leave it on 2 lines because that's how it originally was, but at least the indentation is correct. So now I've made that change. If I just do a git status, I've changed that file. If I do a git diff, it will show me the lines that I've changed. Now I want to do a commit. So if I just do a commit, I like to put the issue number in the commit so that it can all GitHub ties it all together. So my issue number was on the original repo, and I think it was 3, no it was 4. So git commit -m #4, and my message is going to be reformatted index file. Commit, I push that up to my fork. Now it's gone up. When I go back to my fork, I can create a pull request, new pull request, compare across forks, and I want to select my one, and then you'll see the pull request has the diff in it. Create pull request, small change, small contribution for my live stream on Twitch. Nerd face. There we go. Create the pull request. Lynn, thank you very much for being my guinea pig. Oh, I should put actually on GitHub you can do closes hash for. So therefore, when this PR gets merged, it will close the issue that I created for it. So that's my one contribution. How long's that been? That was under 10 minutes. About 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes, and I did an open source contribution. I actually did 2. So I created the issue, that was 1 contribution, and I did the pull request, that's 2. So there's always time to do an open source contribution and give back to the community, and it helps your GitHub CV or your open source CV. And it's always nice to get that contribution. So if you do see, like I said before, if you do see a space or an extra line break or not a line break in my open source project, one of my favorite ones is my dashboard hub, please submit it. I'll be more than happy. It's always good to get those. Okay, so who's next? So let me see, if I go up to the screen above, we have Lynn, but I'll close that now. Aha, next tab along, we have Tanya. Okay, so let's bring Tanya down here. Okay, and Tanya, URL is Tanya Powell. Oh, wrong Tanya. Hit enter too fast. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's see what Tanya's contributed to recently. So 6 days ago, Urban Fresh. Okay, what can we do here? I don't like the node modules being committed, so let's remove it. So if I fork that project, while it's forking, I'll just open a new tab and I'll create an issue. Remove node modules folder from repo. Submit that. Okay, I've got a clone. I've got a fork, sorry. Now let me clone it. So if I go back into my downloads directory, I go git clone. Yeah, any questions, anyone watching, please do just jump in and ask. How am I doing on time? I've got 8 minutes. So I think I can get at least one more PR into someone. I get my password right. If I am going too fast for people, please do ask the questions. Sorry, I'm going fast because I'm against the clock today. It's taking a long time to clone, and I think it's because that node module might be quite big. If we go into the clone I just did, and if we just see how big the directory is, 319 megabytes, and if we list the size of each folder, node modules is the 258 out of that, which is huge. So, Tanya, I'm going to delete those, and you don't have a git ignore, so let's create a git ignore as well. So let's, my screen at the top's gone a bit funny. Did it just go on standby? I don't know. We'll carry on. Clock's ticking. We have a technical issue. Oh no, we're back again. Okay. So if I open Atom. Okay, so we said we were going to delete this. So delete node modules, move to trash, and we were going to, there is a git ignore. Okay, let's also add node modules. so it doesn't get committed again. Awesome. That's that PR done. That was an easy one. So if I do a git status -s, I've deleted all the node modules, and I should have a modified file for the git ignore. This is long. Okay, it'll probably be right at the top. So let's do a commit, and the issue number. Does anyone remember what the issue number I created was? Issue number 1. Okay. So issue number 1, removed node modules and added to git ignore. That's a commit. Now if we push it up, if you noticed I haven't branched, I'm being a bit lazy this morning, but it's better to create a branch and push that up. Therefore you can keep in your fork, you can keep the master branch up to date with the original, which is called the upstream. So I've pushed that now. So if I go back to incorrect pull request, go new, I want to go compare across forks. I want to pick my one. I added node modules to the git ignore, and I removed all these files. Create pull request. I wrote something in a pull request I did yesterday, which was really actually quite good. I should probably just copy and paste that. Let me do that. That was from Pauline's one. So if I go pull requests, I can have a quick look and just copy that text. The link will be different. Doing a live stream using you as a guinea pig to demonstrate how to contribute open source. Create pull request. Create pull request. So the stream has been going for 13 minutes or just under, and that's 2, or actually 4, so 2 PRs and 2 issues. So that actually means 4 contributions I've done today. So not bad in just over 10 minutes, literally. So there's no excuses. Any day of the week, weekend, weekday, do a contribution to open source, and you'll probably get some back as well. And it's always really nice to have that contribution back. Can we sneak in one more? Probably can. Let's try. Who have we got next on the hit list? So if we go up to the big screen above, so let's close this tab. Where's my mouse? Too many screens. Cedric. Okay. Let's have a look at you next. How's your username? CNAC. What have we got here? What's a recent repository? Oh, thank you for the contribution to mine. Your website in January. No README. Let's stick a README in there. So, once again, we're going to fork the project into your account. I have a big list there, but most people won't. So ignore that big list. Let's create an issue on the original repository. Missing README. Created. Issue number 3. Got my fork. Let's clone it. Git clone. Get the password right first time, hopefully. I think I got it wrong. Oh, I got it right. Okay, excellent. So we've just cloned it. Let's go into it now. CNAC. Let me clear this so we can see better. So I've got the repository. Let's open Atom and create a README. So there's no README here. New file. README.md. And the name of the project was CNAC. I don't know if it should be all in capitals or not. Please add some quick start instructions. Thank you. What else can we write? Anything funny? Open source rules. Yeah, okay. So now we've done that contribution, let's commit it. So if I do a git status, we'll see that README is not tracked by Git. That's why you have 2 question marks. So we'll add it. We'll add the README. Now Git is tracking the README file, and it's got an A to say that it's been added. Let's commit it. And it was issue number 1, I think. But let me just double check. Issue number 1. So 1 created README file. Let's commit that. Let's push that. How's the clock ticking? 19 minutes past 10. I've got 1 minute to go. Okay, come on. Get third PR up in under 20 minutes. Okay, that's pushed. So on the original repository, let's create a pull request. Compare across forks. You can see my changes. Added a new file and create. Or what was the notes that I put in? Live streaming on Twitch and using your repo, your OpenSource, as a demo, as an example, Enjoy, Nerdface. Create. Oh, I should put closes as well. I always forget that. Closes number 1. Oh, no, it wasn't number 1, number 4. There we go. So when this pull request gets accepted, it will close ticket number 4. And that's it for today, really. That's all I've got time for, unfortunately. It was a really, really quick stream, just to show you that contributions can be done in a short space of time. You don't need to pick these huge projects that have loads of red tape, and it's great to contribute to those, but you can build up to those. Even as a novice, someone just starting out, just pick a friend's repository or friends of a friend, or just go and find one and make a contribution. Have a look. You know, what would you do as someone coming new to that project? Does something not quite make sense? Ask the question, and when someone answers, why not add to the documentation or add a note? And in these communities, people are really usually really inclusive, so they'll want you to contribute. And if anyone's nervous about contributing, just by all means contribute to mine, any of mine. I do have quite a few. I will quickly show you now even. So I have 162 repositories. They're not quite all mine actually, because a lot of those are forks. So if I choose sources, which are my original ones, I've got 61 original ones. So I've got open source tips, I've got my website, what else have I got? Hackathon tips, got various things. And one of my projects that I really, really like is Dashboard Hub. And this is a project that I'm more than happy for people to contribute, and can you help? Hi Dev Journey, thanks for joining. I'm actually going offline right now. It was just a quick 15 minutes to do 3 PRs. So create 2 issues. No, it was 3 issues. 3 issues and 3 PRs in under 20 minutes to show that it's working. So, but thank you very much for joining. If your speakers aren't working, let me quickly write something to you. Just did a quick 15-20 minutes. I gotta go now. Sorry. So, but thank you so much for joining. I want to see some contributions next time you join. Have a great weekend if I don't speak to you before, and thanks all for listening. Sorry for the short stream. We'll do more in the week.